Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Flying High on Consciousness podcast. This is Jill Alana from Jai Incorporated. Jai meaning victory, which is one of the main intentions of this podcast is to help you become the victor of your life. I help you leverage the quantum and code you to become an energetic match to your manifestations so that they manifest as a byproduct of your frequency. With my online programs, energy healing trainings, in-person retreats, and private intention coding sessions, I facilitate liberation work, also known as trauma healing, to allow beautiful souls to have the tools to build their dream life. By combining 13 deep integrative healing modalities, I have developed a unique trauma transmutation formula in which I use to unlock the energetic shackles that had been holding you back. Then I use activations to code you to the frequency of your intentions. Through this formula, I have helped hundreds, soon to be thousands of people manifest their dream relationship, next level wealth, dream job, dream apartment, perfect health, and a life beyond what they could have imagined. The intention of this podcast is to start to demystify the quantum, to share stories for inspiration, to prove what's possible when you do this work, to bridge the gap between science and spirituality, and to give you golden nuggets on manifestation that you can start to integrate and implement into your life. And of course, as I said, to help you become the victor of your life and really create your dreams with these tools and inspiring stories. Without further ado, let's go to the show. What beautiful souls, I wanted to come live today and talk about something really important. About initiations and birthing courses, or literally anything into the world, but we're going to talk about courses today. So I was on a Facebook group earlier and it just popped up about somebody struggling in terms of like, what do I do my course on? I want to do a course, but I'm hitting all these blocks and whatnot. And here is a very different way of thinking about it than hello, beautiful, than most of society. So I've made many courses. I have 2 signature courses and I'm about to birth a 3rd one. And the courses are actually a transmission. So what I mean by that is if you get an idea for something, and you are meant to birth this into the world, it's not something you have to go and figure out with your mind. It literally will come to you. And it will be through your own journey and lessons you learned that allow this transmission to come through you. And when you decide to birth a course into the world in this way, at least working with the divine, then you go through an initiation process. Because again, the course is a transmission. It's not just I'm teaching this thing, because it's not the information that's the biggest component. It's the energy exchange and the coding and the transformation that your students will go through. And so I'll give you my own personal example of something that's happening right now. So I got a download in a 9-hour breathwork ceremony in September to birth a course into this world. And I downloaded a number of the modules. I have remembered a lot of the lessons and the things I needed to shift within me and how I did that in terms of sacred union. I was super excited. I'm like, I'm gonna launch this course. And then the divine's like, not yet. And I'm like, okay, when? Like, in like a month? And the divine was like, not yet. You have many more initiations to go through before, many more lessons that you're going to need to guide other people through. So then all of the things that weren't in alignment with me fully being embodied in that, and all the healing and programming started to come up, okay? So then more of the course came through, refinements were made, they're still being made, and I think this is so important because that is the process of birthing an online course, a digital course into 3D reality. Because if you're not the full embodiment of it, you won't be able to transmit those codes to other people or really hold other people through it. I'm just briefly interrupting the episode for a giddy-worthy announcement. I am so excited to share that quantum coding community, a vortex where miracles are standard, where we come together in unity to create, to compound our frequency, and to really understand the bridge between the science and the spirituality of the quantum activations that we do in the container. This container is only $38 a month, which is literally insane for the value you are getting. With the masterclass every single month, the quantum activation, if you have tried these, you know how powerful they are. And if you haven't, you're in for a treat. We also have a Xoxo community for celebration and community support. And we meet live the third Sunday of every single month at 3 p.m. EST. If you cannot make the live calls, yes, they are recorded, and you will have the recordings for the months that you are a part of the community for lifetime access. Just dream with me for a second. Wouldn't it be fun if you knew how to command your thoughts for them to become your reality? Wouldn't it be amazing if miracles were a standard part of your life? This is a standard for my clients and I, and this is a standard in the vortex. 2 miracles that happened this week with quantum coding are manifesting winning a piece of quantum technology worth thousands of dollars that I really desired and intended for. And due to frequency, not luck, I was the winner of that. And then facilitating the healing of somebody's spine with scoliosis, which is literally a miracle. I used quantum coding to realign her spine. So this technique and formula that I created after being certified in 13 noteworthy modalities has allowed me to facilitate so many miracles like this. If you have not seen these miracle videos, or if you've not seen the testimonials, I will link them in the show notes. And I am inviting you for this to be your reality, a reality where miracles are a standard, and you are in deep gratitude for the life that you have created and are creating. Greater levels of prosperity, amazing friendships, amazing tribe in the community is the best tribe ever. Phenomenal relationships, dream jobs, and so much more. I see the universe orchestrating everything in your favor. I see days full of synchronicities and miracles for you. And even if you can't see it yet, I see that for you. So if you are feeling excited, because I am so giddy for you, I invite you to join the quantum coding community at only $38 a month for this monthly membership. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. And without further ado, let's go back to the show. And so it's like, I mean, for me, it was like, okay, so this course is still being birthed. It is not yet launched. And I don't know when it will be launched because I'm just listening and I am doing the work to become the full embodiment of it. And I'm still learning the lessons. And as I listen, more of the codes come in. as I surrender and really tune in, not listen to other people, but listen to the wisdom in my body. I'll give you an example. A few days ago, 2 a.m, I woke up, it was like, check your phone. I'm like, I don't want to check my phone. It was like, you need to listen to an activation. So I went in and I listened to one of my own activations, and it was a very specific, it's a symbol magic activation in my course, Manifest Key Portal. It's also in my mini course, Unveiling Manifestation Fundamentals. But anyways, that's beside the point. The point here is I listened to it, and I have a specific symbol for a specific manifestation that actually already came true, and I needed more codes and more frequency and embodiment in it to take it to the next level. So I'm like listening, wanting to go to bed because I was super tired, but it was like, no, you need to do this now. The veil is thin, now is the time. So anyways, did that. Then I heard you need to listen to this meditation and this meditation music and just sit and receive. And all of these memories started coming back of times where I didn't feel safe to receive from the masculine, or didn't feel safe to be held, or felt like I had to do everything myself. And it was like all of these distortions. And then there was family lineage things and all of these things. And it was not easy. It was very difficult because after that I started processing a lot of this trauma, okay? But that is the process. If we're doing this from the divine and really of service, of shifting the earth and offering our gifts, this is part of the process and we have to go through it. And when we do this, and when we listen, and when we follow the guidance, we don't need to go out and chase the clients or find the clients. They find us. They find us. People ask me all the time, how do you find clients? I'm like, I literally don't. I do the inner work and they find me. I think the first round of Manifest Key Portal, when it was called Decoding Manifestation, there was 14 or 15 people in that. I didn't know most of those people before, and they literally just came out of the blue because they were ready for those codes. They were ready to shift their lives. I didn't have to go chase. Yeah, I did do a launch. I didn't know how to do a launch at the time, but like when we work in this way, we don't need to go and convince people. We just offer our gifts as a service, and that comes with the embodiment. It's the same, it's true for healers. I studied with a lot of healers who haven't been able to get their healing business off the ground. That's another course I'm going to be birthing at some point, of actually how to run a business as a healing business and offer your gifts as a service. But why? One of the common threads in that is that they're not doing their own healing. And that's such a crucial thing. In order to facilitate other people, you have to do your own work, your own inner work, your own healing, because you are the vessel. And if your vessel isn't clear, if your channel isn't clear, then how are you going to transmit frequency and healing to other people? Because it's not just, again, about the modality. There's literally an energetic exchange that happens when somebody is present in your vortex. And actually, healing's never been about the modalities or what you do, because it's always been about creating the environment so people can self-heal, which is a whole other topic. But anyways, in order to create anything on this planet, whether it's a course or whatever it is, we need to be the embodiment of the thing, a match to the thing. So if you are one of those people, because I see this all the time, and I was like, today I just need to talk about it, it's such divine timing. If you're one of these people who are wanting to birth an online course, that's beautiful. And if it came to you, it's for you. Your desires are literally from the divine. And just know that it's in the listening and you becoming the full embodiment of that the course is going to be birthed. And there's always an initiation process. Every time I even relaunch one of my signature courses, there's a next level initiation process. And there's lessons in that. And we need to receive those lessons. And we've been lied to in so many ways about the information's out there. It's in the field, it's in the quantum field. If we just sit and receive, if we do the practices, and if we learn the lessons, they all come to us. We are literal magnets. It's the same thing for manifestation. We magnetize these things to us. It's not in the chasing, it's not in the hustling, especially for women. We're so brainwashed. I felt this on such a deep, visceral level when I was doing that deep inner work and that listening and those activations the other day and transmuting old trauma, that we have been so programmed to actually do the opposite. To think it's all in the doing, all in the hustling, but we miss the actual lessons if we can't be in the now, in the stillness. I am back. I just wanted to give you a little bit more context about what the quantum coding community is. So it is a powerful vortex where you sit back and I use my gifts and my own unique process of quantum coding to code your energetic body to higher frequencies. Now, each month, these frequencies compound. The frequencies that, say, are encoded in your DNA and energy body in January will then recalibrate your whole body by the next month. That will compound with the ones on top. Our frequency is our currency. So as you become encoded to higher frequencies, you'll manifest more wealth, greater health, phenomenal relationships. Have you been looking for your soulmate? These frequencies will literally allow you to become an energetic match to your dream partner with more ease. And you will seemingly have become, quote unquote, lucky. But we know it's not luck, it's frequency, which literally creates miracles. So one more time, I am inviting you to Quantum Coding Community at only $38 a month, which is literally insane because people pay high 4 figures, sometimes 5 figures for containers of this standard. And this time is so crucial for us to all rise into greater frequencies. So this is my offering to you so that you can come heal, to thrive, up level, and create your dream life. The link is in the show notes. And without further ado, let's go back to the show. And when we start to do that and trust the process, like life, there's just so much more ease and grace in business, in life, in relationship, and all the things. But we have to also learn the lessons and become that thing. And I was working with one of my clients a little bit ago, and she had a massive insight, awakening, transformation in this one session where all the programming was actually starting to disintegrate. And in that, she realized that actually what her mind was telling her and what her gifts were was different than what came through. And so often we try and think our way through things. And I said, this is why you came to me, because she'd worked with a lot of other coaches, mentors before. And I said, the answers were always inside of you, and all the rest of the keys and answers are inside of you. I'm creating the space and the environment and the frequency and using modalities in order for you to access that information for yourself. But you're missing the embodiment part before, and part of that is this initiation process. It is the death of the old self, of the old paradigm, and we have to go through that. Every single person that I know, whether they're a friend, they're a coach, they're a mentor, who has birthed courses into this world, goes through a whole initiation process as they're birthing that course. And we have to trust the process because the lessons and the course is in that. Okay, I love you guys so much. I hope you have the most magical day. And yeah, stay tuned for when I do launch that course. And I don't know when it's going to be, and I'm just in the listening and learning and then initiations, and I encourage you to do the same and invite you to do the same, because it's in the becoming where the answers lie. And it's actually really beautiful when we have these initiations. It's not easy. I'm not going to lie, it's not easy. It feels like death sometimes because our old self is literally dying on a DNA level, and the constructs we had been indoctrinated into are dying and shattering, and it can be scary. And those are where the biggest gifts are, and that's where the embodiment in your body occurs. Okay, I love you guys so much. I have to say one more thing. There are codes and key codes and keys, whatever you want to call it, in pain. And society is so programmed to numb the pain, but there's a message in that pain. So if you have a lot of physical pain, like, breathe into that pain and see what the message is. Because there's a profound, life-changing message in that pain, especially if it's chronic. And I was talking to another client the other day who, at the beginning, she had a lot of health issues, and at the beginning of that journey, there was a lot of physical pain, and people were just not supporting her, doing holistic things, and she was trying to figure it out herself, and one of her family members said to her, oh, just like take painkillers, and I don't know why you're doing all this other stuff, just like numb it. And everyone thinks that's the answer. And the reason that we're told that is because there is a key in the pain, and they don't want you to have that key. So go into it. Whenever I run shamanic breathwork ceremonies, I tell people to breathe into the pain, because that's where the trauma is held, that's where the memory is held, and that's where the insight and the gift is. And if you're willing to go through that, life-changing. Okay, big hugs. Love you guys. Mwah.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with anyone and everyone that you think would benefit from it. Share it on your social media and tag me at Jill Alana Nixon so I can hear what breakthroughs and insights you got. If you really enjoyed this, I would really appreciate if you wrote a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. If you do this and you email my team, JillAlanaNixon@gmail.com, we'll link it in the show notes, I will send you a cord-cutting transmission that is only available through this avenue, so that you can clear out people, places, habits, or situations that are no longer in alignment with your highest good, and call back your power. Thank you so much, and have the most beautiful, blessed day.